academic buildings pretty tightly together. They got the dorms pretty tightly together. And so it's actually a pretty decent layout.
Wonderful. There you go. Hello,
There, the way
Mr.
they have
Peter.
that.
We haven't talked all day.
No.
Oh, wildlife. Oh, yeah.
Good stuff. And I know Dad doesn't have much to say in the situation. What does the daughter think?
There you go.
Oh, and they're gone.
Yeah, are we still here? Trying to be here.
Yep.
The issue is that you need to use the telephone line.
I am on a telephone line. Yep.
Seriously, it's
Yeah.
broke up.
So I think Santa was asking when Alana thought of it, or if she's still thinking about it.
Yeah, wait, sorry. There's a little stretch here on because we're on 10 right now between Stevens Point and like Oshkosh. There's a couple of spots along the way that get a little poor reception.
Been there, done that many times.
Yeah, kind of figured you'd know the area.
Yep, exactly.
I don't have an official response on it yet. But
you do know she's biased to Marquette.
Well, yes. So I think first choice will at this point be Marquette, but dollar and cents wise, it all depends on how things all kind of lay out, because Marquette is a whole nother animal. So we got to figure out what
she has to be packed with 2 shovels. Marquette is in the UP up along the south shore of Lake Superior, and they're in the UP. This
one's actually a different one. This is the Marquette that's down by Milwaukee, like right next to downtown Milwaukee.
What?
Yep, Marquette Golden Eagles.
Well, I thought you were going Marquette UP.
Yeah, no, that I know where you're talking about. There's the city up there, but Marquette University is that she looked at is at downtown Milwaukee.
She doesn't want to travel very far away from home, does she?
Yeah, that particular university is pretty nice.
That one she could stay at home and drive back and forth to school.
It's close enough, but I would not recommend.
They require freshmen to be on campus.
If she was to attend there, it would be through a tuition scholarship. That there's a tuition exchange program with where I work, but with that, they only accept like 10 out of the 200 applicants. And if you get accepted for that, you're required to live on campus. So they get their money somehow.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow.
So we'll see. Yeah, we're a few months away from all the application process. We'll see. It will be what it's going to be. But they set a very high bar, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, but I don't know. If you want to go, we can go ahead and get rolling here.
Well, sure. We always get rolling. You're already in the car rolling.
The wheels of the bus.
Oh, yes. There we go.
Emily, pull up, roll out the barrel.
Ah, there it is. So Emily, are you going to be coming on here with us?
Say what?
Yeah, in a minute.
Okay.
So how's Mr. Peter? We've been sending messages back and forth all day, but haven't had a chance to talk.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm not sure.
It's very late for you at night, and you can barely keep the lids open, and you've had a busy day.
Yeah, I've just been working on videos, and yeah, I sent you that secret photograph from NASA.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to look at that one yet. What kind of interesting digging were you doing up now?
Yeah, I was wondering. I'm not sure if Peter and Sue have met before. So
I don't know if she has or not. Have you met Sue? That would be Kurt's wife.
No, I don't think so.
I
No,
think
I
we
haven't.
missed either time. So, you created the picture, or was that a NASA created picture?
No, I created it for them.
Oh, you created it for them.
Yeah. Well, I
They
thought
were
I thought I'd make it more realistic than they could.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, by the way, Sue, this is my good friend Peter. He's from Scotland. He is a AI specialist, but he also does. He's dabbled in marketing for about 40 years, and he is a ship captain that takes ships and boats and yachts through the Canal, which is about 16 kilometers long. Am I correct, Peter?
Uh, yeah, well, it's about, I don't know, it's about 12, 13, something like that. It's not
And
that long.
he west of Glasgow, right on the west coast of Scotland. So he has like 280 days of rain, and that's why he looks like a mushroom.
And I think like a mushroom.
There are days. And
I
he's
know
got
I've
a
been around and I've heard you guys talking before, so I've had a little preview. So it's nice to meet you, Peter.
Yeah, good to meet you too.
and he has a very short fuse for idiots that pretend to know about AI when they can't talk their way out of a wet paper bag.
Understandable.
Well, we've all seen, Sue, where they're putting you in a good foot right off the bat, Peter. We've all seen, Sue, where these guys get up and say, well, I was at this master class and I was at that master class and I learned how to do this, this, and this. And meanwhile, the stuff that they're teaching them is a year old already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where did you learn all of your tips and tricks from?
Well, I got involved with AI in 2017 because I was investing in companies that were using AI. So they were using it for testing drug molecules and things like that. So instead of doing like hundreds a month, they were able to do tens of thousands a month. And also robotics companies and things like that. I've got some really good contacts, people that are right at the top of the AI chain. So
Wow.
I'm just lucky. I've worked with some very clever people, and obviously because I'm a bit of a sponge, I've just got all the information off of them. So I mean, one of the guys does TEDx talks. He headed a NASA propulsion program. So he does a podcast, and we're working on a project to get a proper level of learning about AI into schools so that they actually use it properly. And this is the big problem. Everyone's playing with shiny objects rather than actually using it beneficially and just wasting loads of time.
And he does give speeches at some of the colleges and universities in Scotland and England on
Yeah.
AI. Oh, yes. And he dabbles in making his own line of gin.
Oh, yeah. I've got a gin company as well.
So he's got a few.
Okay, that sounds like a good friend to have right there.
And I write books as well.
Wow.
And
A lot of things going on there, Peter.
what did you do? You're in a different room tonight because you don't have your paintings in behind you.
No, I'm in the spare room, so I've just got there's just a few sketches and stuff up on the wall.
So him and I have
working-
become very good friends, and we dabble and we bullshit each other every day. And the fact is that he's forcing me to push my AI bot deeper and deeper and deeper into not accepting the first idea, and he's creating me to think outside the box as far as some of the things that I have been pushing my bot to AI bot to create and develop. So it's kind of interesting. he's not teaching me, but he's hinting and kicking my ass to smart not accept the first thing.
Try this, try that, see what that one does. You know.
But that's what fellow business people do to each other. We force each other to take the steps. We force to knock on the doors. We force to look at the new opportunities that are right in front of our face that we're either too scared or don't know how to take the next step to realize that the opportunity is right in front of our face, and how do we capitalize on those opportunities?
Yeah, got to keep learning, pushing the boundaries.
Well, for somebody who's new with working with AI, where do you recommend they start?
If you're going to use it for business, probably the place to start is Google Notebook LM, because it gives you lots of opportunities to do lots of different things. So you can produce infographics, videos, podcasts, blog posts, and it tends not to give you loads of rubbish like some of the others. So the output's more trustworthy, because the problem is you can put the same thing into GPT or Gemini or Manus or whichever one you're using, and it'll give you a different output every time, because they all suffer from non-determinism. So
and we did that exact experiment the other day. I had a prompt to create an image of Santa being a CEO with AI robots beside me, and I said, okay, using the exact same prompt, put it in the three big ones: Gemini, Manus, and Chat, and come out with three totally different images, which was kind of interesting.
So, and that's the other thing. So if you want to if you're looking for creative writing, then you would go to Claude and use Claude Sonnet 3.6. If you wanted to do like deep dives into businesses, you would use Perplexity. I mean, GPT is very general. If you wanted to do images, you would use Gemini. But now, I actually wrote an article today because Google have now given everyone access to VO 3.1, and you can actually do 10 videos a month free. So if you've got a Google account, you should be able to access that free. Yeah, I mean, the problem is there's so much stuff trying to keep up with it, and a lot of it is reinventing the wheel as well. So, there's so many that are doing different things, and I don't pay for any of them. So, I mean, I was.
That's crazy.
Well, the thing is, but there's no need to pay for them. That's the point. So, if you're using them purely for business, I mean, sometimes I don't even use. I can go a week without using GPT or Manus. I mean, it depends. It depends what I need them for. But I've got other AI stuff that runs in the background all the time. So, yeah, I'm more into using it for automations to save time business wise, which is what it should be used for. You can use it for. I don't like using the word creating, because all it's doing is just copying stuff that's already there. So it's not really being that creative. But no, it's interesting, and I think there's lots of misinformation about lots of scare stories, but there isn't really anything that's truly AI at the moment. So, and I see that being as quite a long way off.
I'm just saving that image so I can send it to Emily. There we go. I don't know if this will work, Emily, but
What image is that, Santa?
the one Peter created today. So you could put that
Oh.
up on the screen and show Miss Sue that, you know, he believes, you know, AI or aliens are real. Get it? It's in the chat now.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
No, the thing was,
Um,
I said to someone the true reason for them got the Artemis 2 mission was so that they, as they went round the moon, they could see the aliens on the dark side of the
Yep.
moon, which isn't actually dark, but that's what it's called because we don't see it. You know, and the moon's quite fascinating. The fact that it does spin, but because it's orbiting around us, we always see the same half of the moon. So we never see the other side.
No.
But, so I was winding them up to saying that the real reason was that they were trying to look at the alien bases that were on the hidden side. And then I created that picture, you know, like NASA's attempt to fool everyone that aliens are real.
Oh, and the string is holding them up. Now I see that it's blowing up because the string is holding the aliens up.
Well, a bit of Jerry Anderson puppetry.
Yeah, there you go. You see that, Sue?
Yeah, that's impressive. I like that. I was wondering what was there.
Well, I actually made some videos with myself as a puppet with different Jerry Anderson puppets a few days ago. So just to push the boundaries, see what you can get away with.
Right. Let's see.
And the thing was, a few people that I know, I sent them the pictures and they didn't realize that it was me because they just assumed that it must be a puppet. Because the others looked like the puppets, they just assumed it must be one of the characters. So you could. The problem is.
Sorry.
The problem is that people can use it, like, you know, just to create so much false stuff. You know, it's just that has become a big issue. So.
And actually, I was going to ask that because I know, like, when I'm watching, you know, if I'm ever flipping through little short videos, it often is pretty easy to detect which things were AI generated, which things are real. But sometimes they're pretty dang real. And I wonder how many people are being fooled, and you know, where's that tipping point of what's ethically, what are we putting out there for people to consume? And I don't know, what are your thoughts around all that?
Yeah, it's a big problem. So, I mean, the last week there were 2 new Chinese video producing AI platforms that appeared, and one of them is so good it doesn't pixelate or anything, and it's probably the best video quality I've seen. And you know, when you see dogs and animals, normally you can tell if they're moving quite quick, but with this one I couldn't tell at all. It was quite bad. So, but the thing is, there's, you know, because it's available to the general public, what can you do? It's very hard. I mean, on GPT and Gemini, you are restricted. Well, and Perplexity, you are restricted with copyright. So there's lots of things that you can't. Yeah, it'll say can't do it because of copyright. So, but you can go to Manus and get round that. So
throw that one up on the screen to show Sue, Emily. This is one Peter made about a year ago, where the video images were starting to come to play.
which one's this?
The Loch Ness.
Oh, the Loch Ness one, yeah. Is that the
This
one
video-
with the Loch Ness monster eating the AI bot?
Yes. Yeah. But everybody's just getting into creating videos now. You know, Peter's been doing this for over a year. So
That's one thing I've gathered quickly with the little bit I've played with. The more you do it, the more you figure out the right wording to include. The better you get, the better product you'll get afterwards. And it takes knowing, and the more you practice, the better you get at how to word things.
right.
I was wondering what the Loch Ness monster actually looked like. Now I know. I've seen it.
Well, that's Godzilla almost, right?
Yeah, yeah. but no, about
Why is he picking on that poor robot?
well, about 16 months ago, it must be now, I took some of my drawings and some of my paintings and actually turned them into 5-second videos. So I scanned them, put them in a computer and turned them into videos. And then I started using some of them for marketing, because I wanted to use them for marketing for the gin. So I've got an angry seagull that's going, ark, ark, keep away from my yacht master gin. And so, and no
But
one was really doing that at the time.
But Sue, you hit it right on the head. The more you play with it, the more you get intrigued, the more you go down the rabbit hole, the more it's going to suck you in to say, well, if I can develop this a little bit, I can do this, this, and this, and this. And you keep, you could spend hours of the day, you know, because I took one picture the other day and I end up revisiting it and revising it about 8 different times before I come up with a product that I was happy with. So, Emily, are you having much opportunity to play with AI these days?
A little bit. I've been playing with it a little more than I used to, with creating a few graphics for like our shows and stuff.
Right?
I'm not doing it a ton, but a little more than I used to. So
What's your biggest drawback? What's your biggest holdout right now?
sometimes it's time. Well, sometimes it's time, and other times it's figuring out the right thing to put in and whatever too. So
Well, what Peter taught me is another way is ask your chat bot what would be the proper prompt that I should be asking you to create this idea or this image.
oh, okay.
Then you get it telling you what it thinks it needs to do to create what you want it to. So you get to have it thinking about what you're thinking about. Does that make sense?
I think so.
And you know, from my stories have gone from 2 or 3 sentences up to 2 or 3 paragraphs as a prompt for writing my stories now.
Awesome.
And same with my pictures or my images for my stories. They've gone from, just 2 or 3 lines up to, almost 2 full paragraphs, because you can create such detail. I mean, this image right here, it took me about 4 or 5 times to finally like what it came up with for an idea, because it would do certain things and I'd go, yep, I like that, but I don't like this. Change this and then change that. You can keep adapting, you can keep changing the ideas that it throws at you, and each time is another conversation with your chatbot.
Yeah.
So, very interesting.
Yeah.
So, did you have a great Easter weekend, Emily?
Yeah, it was very quiet and relaxing. Nothing
Did you
too.
go to family for the weekend?
Yep, I was at my parents' house and whatever. So,
There you go. Very nice. Very nice.
how was Santa's Easter?
It was nice and quiet. End up going to my kid's place for his birthday a little bit on Saturday, so it was kind of quiet, and that was kind of fun. Got to see some of the grandchildren,
That's good.
and then watched a couple movies. I think Friday night, so I just sort of switched the computer off and said, "That's it. I'm on strike," and just watched some movies with my wife, and we got to spend some time together, which is never a bad thing.
No.
Yeah. So, what did you do for excitement yesterday, Peter? Anything?
Painted a few painted a few eggs.
There you go.
That was fun.
Well, I couldn't really do much yesterday because, the weather was so bad. It's just I didn't want to go outside the front door.
Was it really raining or something?
Well, we had heavy rain and the winds were about 45, 50 miles an hour. So
Oh well.
it's best not to go out when it's like that.
Right.
But it was better today, so I was able to get out.
That's good.
But
Good stuff.
yeah, I mean, it's not that cold here, in general, but it just rains a lot. So we get about 60, 70 inches a year.
Which is a lot of rain.
That is quite a lot, yeah.
Yeah. How was the Ruskoff Easter?
Sorry.
Easter, lovely Easter, always wonderful. But it's a split kind of a deal because Alana and I went up by my family, and Kurt stayed home with the dog. My parents have cats, and Kurt is horribly allergic to cats, so we ended up being separate for a couple of days with all of the family time that way. But it was a good time. It was fun. Dog loved some one-on-one time with her Curdy. But we were up north, and it was nice to be able to see some family up there. We don't get up there very often, so it was very, very nice.
Awesome. There you go.
Easter Bunny found us, so
Oh yeah, yeah. we had a few hopping around the backyard too. Fighting the ducks. The ducks have invaded again. We've got about a dozen wood ducks that are flying up to our backyard to get some of the bird seed we're putting out. It's kind of cool.
Well then, they get hungry too.
Well, they do. And they're, especially the males, are so brilliant in colors. It's kind of cool to watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they
Do you
quite
got-
large?
No, in comparison to a mallard, they're about a little bit smaller than a mallard.
All right.
I was just going to say, what kind of ducks have you got over your way? Because here I think there's about 80 different types of ducks in North America.
Oh, yeah, there's loads of different ducks in the UK. We've mainly got mallards where I am, and we've got a few pairs. Well, there's probably about 8 pairs of swans on the lock.
Oh, there you go. They're nice
So,
to watch.
so occasionally you'll see them all grouped together. Otherwise, you'll
Yep.
see them in pairs, and they can be a bit fruity when you're on the pontoon with the boat.
Yes.
And they go, oh, I wonder if there's any food. And they come up and they're just very quick approaching you.
Yes. And you get many geese around your area as well?
Yeah, we've got quite a lot of geese flying over at the moment. So
Yeah.
it's we've got all sorts of stuff, deer, and we've got Highland cows, quite a few of them around. What have we got? We got a few minks occasionally, otters. We get otters about. What else? Yeah, they're the main sort of stuff. Apart from
Do you have any coyotes or brush wolves or any of those left on Scotland, or have they eliminated pretty well all of them?
I think they've probably eliminated most of them.
Yeah.
So,
I imagine further north there might still be some. And
potentially, because there's a lot of woodland. So, it's. I mean, near me we've got a lot of forestry, and you can go and walk. Is forest with lots of small locks, and I mean you could just spend all day walking, and you do get the feeling that there are animals watching you.
Of course.
Yeah. But and sometimes it feels a little bit unpleasant. So, but no, I mean I haven't seen any wolves or anything. Yeah, I mean, probably the worst thing we've got are the Highland cows if they manage to get on the towpath, or they can be a bit aggressive if they've got young calves with them. So
yeah,
and obviously they've got quite brutal horns, so you get gored.
Yeah, you don't want to argue with them.
No, I keep away from them. So, but no, I am used to them because we used to have them down south on one of the livery yards I was at was like a massive. Well, it was a bit of a farm really, and they had 8 or 9 there, so I used to see them regularly. So
I see. There you go. So, was today a holiday in Scotland pretty well, or just federal and banking?
well, funnily enough, England, Wales, and Northern Ireland was a bank holiday, but Scotland wasn't.
That's kind of weird.
I know it's everything's weird up here.
Yeah.
But the banks were closed, so it's,
Yeah.
it's sort of optional. But then there's a bank holiday, a one-off bank holiday because Scotland are in the World Cup, so they've put a Monday as a bank holiday. I think in June.
Well,
Yeah.
Dr. Anthony is joining us.
Anthony.
Hey, everybody.
How are we doing today, young fella?
Not so bad there, Santa. How's the world treating you?
Wouldn't be too bad. I would, if I decided to complain, nobody would listen anyway. What about you? Did you enjoy an Easter weekend?
I did. It was quiet. My wife had to work, so she just said, press this button, turn that knob at a certain time, and I get to eat. And it worked. So I was pretty happy about that. And it was a very peaceful Easter. She's not in the room, so I can say that.
There you go.
But hey, she's a saint. She puts up with me. But it was good. How about you folks? How was it for you all?
Was
It was
pretty
good.
good. I don't think Anthony, I don't think you've met a good friend of mine. His name's Peter. He's from Scotland. He's a AI specialist and creates his own gin, and you know, he does a
Wow.
little bit of marketing.
Great to meet you, Peter. How are
Good
you?
to meet you too.
I just got off the phone with an AI guy who used to work for NASA, Mark Lucas. Do you guys know each other?
No, I don't know Mark Lucas,
I
but
just
I
assumed
mean
you
I know.
did.
No,
Right.
well, no, I do actually know, and I'm working with a guy who headed a propulsion project for NASA,
Ah, okay. You
and
guys are geniuses. That's all I know. You make magic happen. So I'm a fan.
but no, AI is like quite an interesting topic. So
Oh yeah,
and I
yeah.
get to, I get to go and talk to lots of students at university and that. So, and we're
Oh, that's
working
great.
on a project to get younger children involved with AI and use it correctly.
I love that.
You know.
Yeah, I love that. I know just enough about it to get in trouble. I installed LM Studio and Gamma 4 this morning and have no idea what I'm
Mhm.
doing, but I'm going to figure it out because I figure like if other people can do it, so can I. But a fascinating time to have all these tools at our fingertips, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, the more you use them, the better you get with them.
Sure.
Because they are quite intuitive. So, it's probably one of the easiest. Well, for creating things, it's probably one of the easiest things. But for creating automation workflows for businesses is a lot more complicated. So,
I can imagine. I've just automated some things with a news channel we launched, and it's almost completely AI generated from
mhm.
even to the B-roll is my only stumbling block. That's what I was talking to him about. But we're getting a lot of interest because they want news all over the country where they have these blank spots,
Yeah.
and we intend to fill that. And I think we can actually do it. I mean, if I can get this close, I know if I hand it off to someone that actually knows what they're doing, we're going to bridge that gap and
Mhm.
we're going to have something really special. So, yeah, kids need to learn that, AI is not magic. You still have to be able to have some understanding to use it. That's where guys like you are kind of critical. So, anyway, I
Yeah.
didn't mean
Well,
to
I mean,
come take over your meeting. Sorry. You
no, no.
just struck me
I
with
mean,
that.
it's more. I'm more on the business side and making
Right.
businesses more efficient. But I do know about the other sides, and I've got involved with the education side now as well. So,
Well, we do have a rather large company where we're looking for a little guidance in there, and I was part of the vetting with this fella, so maybe
mhm,
we could talk because On the Mark Global includes a lot of people, a lot of heavy hitters, lots of channels, lots of things,
mhm,
and we don't have any AI people really that are official yet. So for what it's
mhm.
worth,
Yeah.
it's an introduction.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll talk down the road,
I'm glad to have a chat anytime you like.
Sure, sure. Anyway, what were you guys chatting about before I came in here like Mark Balin style?
Yeah, yeah, no problem. You know, it's
My good friend.
Um,
we were talking about a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and Easter and animals, and the ducks and the swans and the deer, and then we were talking a little bit about AI, and we were talking artwork. And did I miss anything, Emily?
I think so. I think that was about it.
This
Yeah.
conversation's a lot more fun already than the last few, so I'm glad you let me
But
in.
it's always fun with Santa. So
Yeah,
That's what I figured. I took a shot.
there you go. Uh, just
How are all your efforts going there, Santa? You've got everything in place with what you've been looking to do, or where are you at?
Well, if you don't know, I'm starting to read stories,
Yeah.
and I'm opening up a lot of doors because I'm knocking on doors to like nursing homes, senior care centers, autistic ass. No, 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 find them out. One of no name. Group homes with autistic children in them to read stories at them. I've created a like a 1 hour interactive program where I can read stories
Wow.
and you know can you imagine a group of senior citizens or autistic kids out in the audience and I say their names, you know,
Love
and then
that.
I get into reading a story. They're going to light up like a Christmas tree because
Absolutely.
signaled them out. So, I've got, Peter and a bunch of his friends are promoting this all over Scotland. I've got some teachers in Australia promoting it. And of course, I'm promoting it all over North America as we're knocking on doors. Um, Mondays and Thursdays through my innovation in chatting with my chat bot, it gave me a whole new idea as well. Because one of the stories I did about a month ago, actually now, was a polar bear that loved to hug everything.
Hmm.
I'm getting away from stories from the North Pole, Christmas, Santa Claus, and like last night, I recorded a story about a kangaroo that learned how to bounce. So I'm creating these fun stories, these creative stories that have a good moral fiber to them. And I'm still waiting for Mr. Markey. He was going to get me on one of his children's TV stations reading stories. So we've been connecting, we've been hitting and missing with each other. I finally got about, I think I'm up to about 7 hours worth of stories that I've got recorded, all uploaded to YouTube right now. I've got over 100 stories on YouTube, but the ones I've changed for, like with Mark, I've got like a QR code up on one side, and I've got all the closed captioning across the bottom of the screen and stuff like that. And I'm really, I do a lot of networking with, the autistic community, the neurodivergents, and they're telling me that those children, even young adults, are glued to my screen when they watch me. The one lady, her daughter is very hyper and very sit stills for 5 or 6 minutes. Well, she can sit through almost 50 minutes of me reading stories. So
Wow.
that made me pretty proud that I'm able to calm her down enough to read, that she'll listen to me read stories, you know. So
That's
that's kind of cool.
fantastic. Yeah, I
So
love that.
yeah, it's we've all heard the stories about especially at nursing homes and senior care where a family member will drop someone off and say, "See you at your funeral because I'm not coming to visit."
Yeah.
Well, the sad reality of that is, they deserve to smile, giggle, and laugh just as much as anybody else does, and they don't may get the interaction as much as they should. Therefore, that's where I'm coming into play, and hopefully, I can knock on a few more doors and get this happening. Because I know it's true. My mother was a director of nursing at a nursing home for 25 years, and she told me many times about, you know, residents getting dropped off and never getting any visitors.
I know that's true because when I was a kid, I was like 13 or 14, and I was invited to go to the senior homes to work with some of the stroke victims,
Yeah.
to just massage their hands and have a conversation. And when I say invited, I mean court ordered. I got in trouble when I was a kid, so they made me do this. But anyway, it led me to a whole new world of I kind of like this helping thing out. So that planted a seed that look, lo and behold, now I've got something a little bigger on my hands to help people with. But I remember that and those people and just what a difference it made. And I remember when I was getting near the end of my weekly visit, requirement, they said, that you really they form bonds with you. It's going to be
Oh,
jarring
absolutely, they do.
if you just and I just said, well, he barely knows I'm here. He goes, no, he looks for you. They look for you, but so I kept going a little bit, but I'm a young kid, so I drifted past it. But I never forgot just the love in their eyes, the way they look at you, just what that gesture meant. So I can only imagine what you're doing, how that hits them. It's just nothing but great. So I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
So I read
yeah.
stories every Wednesday night online for free from 7 to 8 o'clock. So I'm starting to get some following on that. So, you know,
Awesome.
uh, I'll take you back to my childhood of grade 10 English. I hated it. I'd rather be out partying than reading books and studying English. I needed a tutor to get through grade 10 English. It was
Yeah,
that bad. And I look at mom and dad looking down on me going, now, here's a young man that hated English, hated reading, and now I'm reading
that's what you're
stories
doing.
and I'm having a blast doing it. It's a true blessing, and I have fun doing it, and it brings me a lot of joy and happiness to read. And I might be reading to one, or I might be reading to 50, and I still have a big smile on my face.
Oh man, well, you keep me in mind if you ever need to hit the brick and mortar crowd. I mean, I've got a couple million people here in Texas that see it. We just launched in Arizona. So as they're in a busy venue and there's a screen up there, I can put a 15, 30-second spot for whatever you got going on at the time, and a ton of people will see it and hopefully respond to it. Are you a 501c3 or are you for profit?
No, I'm a prophet.
All right. Well, you don't get all the bells and whistles, but we'll give you some. How's that, sir, for the
There you
season?
go.
So
There you go.
we'll take care of you. So just keep that in mind as the seasons come along. Be happy to
Yeah.
help stuff like that.
Well, and that's why I'm, uh, you know, all my marketing now is I'm a storyteller. What does Santa do after Christmas?
Yeah.
I'm a storyteller, and I dress like this. It's summertime Santa, because
Yeah. Yeah.
it's getting away from the red suit and getting away from the North Pole and getting away from the elves. And yeah, I create stories every now and then about goofy elves having fun and doing different shenanigans like any other kid would do, but it's the idea of Santa is real and he has other things besides delivering the presents.
So on that note, kind of, Peter, have you cloned him yet? As far as his image and his voice and everything, have you got that done yet?
Well, well, we've been working on trying to push the boundaries a bit more,
Yeah,
using the chatbots, the large language models. So it's we've had a bit of fun with that.
of course, of course.
But I
Yeah.
mean, the thing is, it's at the end of the day, it's all about knocking on doors and trying to get a bigger following on social media, and it's not a quick fix. That's the thing. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just hit 200,000 views on my YouTube channel the other day.
That's fantastic, man.
That's
Congratulations.
not going viral at all. That's
Oh.
steady and consistent and persistent.
Well, I looked at the Facebook once. It wasn't for me, so that was the end of my social media. So you
There you
can tell
go. Yeah.
I'm not a part of it at all. I don't want to be. I don't miss it, but I do understand the importance of it. And my brand is up there, but I put no muscle behind it. And I guess that's good because now when people look at me and they ask, "Well, how'd you do what you do?" I can say, "Well, it was my product, of course. That's it."
yeah,
And
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
now streaming though is added to that. So they were kind enough to put me in front of the world and no pressure. But
No,
it's
not at
it's a
all.
fun platform with Marine. So anyway, no, it's not what you read, it's how you well, it is what you read and how you read it, Santa. I mean, you were reading boring stuff and that didn't interest you in high school or whatever, and now you're reading stuff that comes from your heart. So that's why it's a
Yep.
different feel, man. That's a
It
whole
sure
different
is.
game when you get passion behind it. So plus the whole model of learning is just so I don't think we do it right. I don't think memorization is the way to go. I
Oh,
think thinking might
I
be
don't know if it's made the
better.
main. I don't know if it's made the mainstream media yet, but of course, you get these people going down to interview some of these high school or college kids on spring break, and they're asking them
Yeah.
some basic knowledge
oh,
about American history or even the American,
Yeah.
who's the president or who's the governor of your state, and they go, I don't know, or
That kind of made me mad because I don't remember bumping into any girls that dumb when I was young looking for them. So what happened?
well, no,
The
I
whole
mean,
new world.
one of the classic ones was they got asked uh,
Well, the one question was, how many
yeah
continents are there in the world? And the guy goes, I don't know, 16 maybe? And it was a guy. And I'm going, are you really that dumb? Are you just that lubricated up that you can't
Yeah,
remember?
let's hope for the
well,
latter, for God's sake.
yeah
Humanity's
who won the Civil War was
sake.
another one, and someone said England.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, it brings back to the basics of, are they really teaching what they're supposed to be teaching? And are the kids paying attention?
Well, it's clear we need much more diversity training. That's the real problem. Obviously, that's the problem, not the
Yeah.
3 R's or anything like that.
Yeah.
So who knows where the
Unreal.
priorities shifted, but My God, what a difference the outcome has been. So anyway, a correction is due. That's the good news, is now people
Yep.
are aware of it. A correction is due. It always comes back, and let's hope it doesn't swing all the way and break a window and they catch it somewhere reasonable and we can all,
Yeah.
be happy
Well,
about
the
it.
one I cat is she goes, I've been doing this for years and I'd get, 50,000, maybe 100,000 views, but she said this time something clicked and it wasn't on YouTube, it wasn't on Facebook, it was on X. And all of a sudden it's got 5 million views on X.
Wow.
And she said the funny thing is it's not only the left and the right that are quote quote bitching about the video. It's both of them complaining that we need to change because this is not good, which
Yeah.
is wow. Maybe something might start working in this government. I don't know.
It's a crazy time where we've witnessed technology go from horse and carriage to where we are now, isn't it? It's simply amazing. I mean, we're gonna hop in cars with no steering wheels and land things on Mars, and you saw it
Yeah,
all from the very beginning. It's just like I'm appreciative of being in this era to
Yeah.
witness all this. It's just
yeah,
it
you
beats
got that
100 years
right. Yeah.
before that where nothing really changed much. So now we're looking at things where every day there's some new crazy innovation. It's just comes at you a million miles an hour. It's fantastic. It's exciting.
Yeah, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it's speeding up as well. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Now, we always have the concern that there's going to be good come about it and there's bad going to be come about it. And hopefully, the good is going to overpower the negative,
Be the change you want to see happen.
well, and this might force some people to actually say, I don't like the way that's going. I'm going to do something to help maybe change it because so many people have sat on the side for so many years going, I can't do anything about it to change. Yes, you can. You can open up your mouth.
Yeah, or close it, depending on who you are.
Well, true. Yeah, true enough. Yes, true
But
enough.
no, I get your
Yeah.
point. I do get your point.
So, what kind of network are you running? Are you doing multiple channels like Mark is, and do you work with Mark, or do you
Oh yeah,
specify
yeah.
in one certain area?
No, we're compadres. If you listen to him, I'm the nonprofit arm, he's the for-profit arm, which is fine for nonprofit TV and on the Mark TV. So we share, a lot of the same. I'm a sub channel on him everywhere, but I do have my own network hub, so I have sub channels too, and we've got big plans to tie in a lot of things from all over the world into that, even some faith-based things, which might be some co-branding or some hybrids, but there's a lot of interest in it. You need a good sidecar of a nonprofit for a lot of companies anyway, but it's nice
Yep,
when it
yep,
can bring something to the table that's actually useful too. So, our platform proved itself on its own. So when it's in a local area, it really amplifies everything great. That's why we're going to try to do it in Phoenix, and then maybe some select cities where it makes sense and have the nonprofits there run it and benefit from it. So they'll get exposure and money as they grow. They're not really a franchise, they're called operators, but they can
right.
duplicate the model we have in a small way and still see a big benefit. And then there's other ones where they want to make big swings, and we'll see how it all pans out. But yeah, Mark is the brand that everything's going to be built around, which I'm sure he's really upset about. On the Mark is going to be a
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
well-known brand. It's going to mean a lot of things, and I'm glad to see him, get that. And then we go along with a lot of it, and we're on the same app, so they've got a lot of magic happening there. But I intend on, building the brick and mortar out a lot more. I built it in the poorest economy here, and it worked. So I'm ready to put it in
Yeah.
some bigger markets and see what it can do there. So Phoenix. Half the team is there. They know everybody. I went there. I flew last week for a few days, and I mean, everybody I talk to, yes, 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 sign me up, love it, connecting with the right people. Just, I would never be able to do that without these kind of people that, Mark and Maureen and Tommy
You
are.
know,
I just wouldn't. So,
you've heard it in business so many times for the last million years. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Because
yeah,
connections is can introduce you to the world if you let it and you have the right attitude.
yeah, yeah.
Someone I was talking to a lady the other day and I was telling her about these life lessons that I'm doing, and she said, boy, you should reach out to the Boy Scouts and the Girl Guides and implement your little videos to say, hey, to earn your ribbon or your button or your bell or your badge, here's the life lesson that you got to learn this month. And they said that could be huge, because right now I'm doing the life lessons and I'm doing that for free. They're a little less than a minute long, and I just recorded one. When you're talking to someone, listen. Don't do all the talking. Listen, because that shows you that you care about the person, that you understand, and that talking is a two-way street.
I
You know?
agree. Yeah, I agree. I always try to tell people, I just try to listen more than I speak as a rule. I don't always follow it, but I do try. And, I can't learn anything while my mouth is moving. That's
Right,
one thing that's
right.
true. So I love that. And you know what? That kind of message would fit perfectly for content on my brick and mortar, because that moves quickly. It's more promotional. I just put everything I want to promote up there because I only get you for a minute. But that kind of
Yep.
thing, then drive you to the website or channel or TV. So, that kind of thing. And
Are you on? Do I have you a friend on LinkedIn?
I don't know if I'm on LinkedIn. I don't do the social media too much,
You
so
don't even do LinkedIn?
I don't bother. No, Mark's been bugging me to do it, so
Okay.
I choose to
Emily,
promote
can you
the
make sure
product.
you send me his
Mhm.
email, and I'll send you a couple of these little videos that I've done. I've
Yeah,
done like
absolutely.
5. I'm doing them 2 a week right now. I just started it,
Okay.
and they're
Oh,
like
good. I love
45,
it. Yeah.
50 seconds. And
I've
I'll
got
send you a couple, and you
I'll
can
email you a link that you can upload whenever you want. Is big, small, comes right to the production server. They'll grab it and produce it, and you can get a nice little flow going if you want to do that. So be
sure.
happy to do that. Yeah, be happy. Just all I
Appreciate
have,
that.
I just have one requirement. This was a new one I thought of yesterday. Is I'm just going to ask that you go to my X account, which is the only social media I use under Nonprofit TV, and write something nice. You could write something not so nice, but I'd rather write something nice and just what do you think about it? I don't care. Just we're doing this, we feel good about it, and maybe any outcomes, if it's too early to tell, you don't do that. But that's my only ask. And today I posted this one where I also do RGM News, which is completely AI driven. I thought Peter
Yep.
might think that's interesting. And Grok responded, which I don't know, does it respond to everybody? It was the official Grok account. And it said, "Oh, we love what you're doing and changing the world. This is what we had in mind for this technology." So I don't know if they respond to every response and tags their name or not, but that's what we had in mind. So it pegged it. And if it's just AI talking to AI, it figured it out. That's what I want to do. We can tell stories now, real news, because we got a little news organization here in Texas, but now we can do this, all over the world. And they're getting behind it. Maureen and Mark, we're all a part of RGM News. And so it's AI driven. We can tell stories, correctly. We don't have a bias. We don't have a slant. It's, there's left, right
So
perspectives.
important.
I want to walk the line. You decide. And if you can't decide, then go watch CNN and have your opinions fed to you. I'm interested in people that
Yep.
just want to use, their brains and make up their own minds. So there seems to be a market for that. Who'd have thought? Some people are actually interested in that sort of thing, but it's got a good feel. Looks like MSNBC and CNN, that kind of big network feel, but we're just using AI avatars and AI B-roll and graphics, and I'm working it out. It's only 3 months old and it's already taken off. So look
That's
for us
good.
there.
It's
And if that
awesome.
makes sense on the for-profit side, the audience is nice. It's the kind of audience you want to get in front of when you're selling things. So just keep
Yep.
us in mind. We're going to hopefully be much, much bigger very, very soon. And they work together with the nonprofit, of course. So all of
Yep.
it comes together in a cool way.
Well, that's awesome. Well,
Yeah, but I'll take that.
congratulations.
No, I'll take the content. Those 1 minute ones are beautiful. We'll air them in Phoenix and we'll air them in Texas and all over. We'll see, see if that makes a dent in what you're trying to do.
Awesome. Appreciate that very much.
Sure.
I'll
Yeah, I've put some Peter Scott's AI stuff in the chat.
Oh, cool.
So
Well, if you might be able to scan my thing if I turn the video off. Let me see. I've never tried that. Can you guys scan that? See if it'll give you my contact, or
um
I can't do it while you're using it or something.
no.
It seemed like a bright idea at the time, but
Let's
Well, I was able to,
I'm
Emily,
going to
put
put my
your
email
email
in
in the
instead.
chat.
yeah. Well, I've put my Calendly in as well.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
So
Let me see.
so if you want to have a chat, just go on that and pick a time.
I'm gonna
So-
find it here.
Anthony, I just tried your QR code. It worked for me.
Oh, did it? Good. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
I
taken.
was able to
screenshot.
put his email in our WhatsApp chat. Peter.
Can't even find my
Oh.
chat button.
Okay.
This is not.
Yeah,
oh,
I've
there-
just seen I've been
Okay, got it.
notified.
Got it. Cool. Hey, so if I save this saves to my computer, right? Not in the cloud
Correct.
somewhere? All right.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I can code all this AI stuff. Like I did all that myself, and I can't even figure out how to save a chat on Zoom. It's embarrassing. I got such big gaps in my knowledge. It's like, sure, we could talk about launching and all that. And, I can't even tell you how the wheel works that gets it there. So, bear with
Yeah,
me.
but,
as soon as I
what-
log in.
but it's like a car, isn't it? You don't, as long as you can get in and drive it, you don't need to know how
Yeah.
it works. Just
I
need
learned
to
what
know
I need to learn.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. But anyway, cool. Thanks. Well, hey, I'm gonna bounce. It was great meeting all you guys and talking to everybody.
Absolutely.
good
Thank you
meeting too,
for
You can
coming,
blame
sharing
Emily.
some wonderful information, and thanks for the chat. It's been wonderful.
No, what you're doing is great. Keep up the great work. And Peter's great to meet you. Emily, as usual. I see Sue down there just trying to look sweet and pretty as usual, doing a good job. Talk
Yeah.
to you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. See
Take
ya.
care. Thank you.
Cheers. Have a good one.
Well, that was a nice little bonus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like
Pinged him in
Peter's going
here,
to get
so
a good conversation out of him, and he might take me up on my my little 1 minute videos of promoting positivity.
Yeah, that'd be excellent.
yeah,
Yeah.
like just before he said that, I was going to bring that up next time. I wasn't getting a chance to say it, but I said beat me to saying it. But yeah, I was going to bring that up. But yeah,
Yeah.
So,
I just before the meeting started, Emily.
so are you guys about home? Sure, she's slightly.
There's my newest life lesson,
Oh,
and
okay,
it's about 50 seconds long.
okay.
So
I'll have to take a look at that when we're done here.
yeah, there you go. So, all right, guys, I gotta bounce. This has been fun. Thank you very much. So you guys have a safe journey home. You guys got to be just about home by now.
Papa John here.
We're getting close. I mean, we got a little ways to go yet, but as soon as we get home, I don't even know that we're turning the car off because we have another meeting to go to yet. And in between here, Project Die Hard Mission Monday update starts.
Absolutely.
At the bottom of the hour here. So if you have any time to hop on, feel free because we're going to be on briefly at the beginning and then we're going to be abandoning poor Brian. He's had a long weekend already. So if you have a moment to hop on, you're welcome to it, Santa.
Awesome. I'll see what I can do. Thanks, Peter. We'll talk to you again soon.
yeah.
Bye, guys.
Okay. Take care, everyone.